Hulk number 8 presented the finale of Banner of War run by Donny Cates, which was supposed to answer the question of who would win in a battle to death between Hulk and Thor, but the battle ended with no clear winner. As I said before, I was expecting a basic Hulk vs Thor fight, like the one Stan Lee presented in Thor number 385, rather than showing Thor absorbing Gamma and Hulk wielding Mjolnir. Cates tried to present something new and creative in Hulk vs Thor history, but in his attempt to do so, he got things messed up and showed flagrant inconsistency. The inconsistency can be divided into 4 main points that I'm gonna talk about in this video. The first is the absence of the so-called engine room in Hulk number 8, in which Banner restrains the Hulk's psyche and keeps feeding his rage. We've seen Banner increasing Hulk's power in the engine room by sending him simulation of his enemies to fight, to keep him angry and strong, for the Hulk to defeat his enemies in the material world. In Hulk number 7, and when Iron Man joined Thor to fight the Hulk in that celestial armor, Banner stated that Hulk does not understand that he is not in the engine room anymore, and that both Iron Man and Thor are real, and that he can kill them. So where was the engine room in book number 8? Why didn't we see Banner increasing Hulk's power when he clashed with Thor? The engine room, its function, and the Hulk inside of it were completely ignored by Cates, as if they never existed. The second point is the statement Cates made by Beta Ray Bill, when he said that Thor has always held back fighting the Hulk, and that's why Thor barely beat the Hulk in the past. But is this true? Has Thor always held back in his fights against the Hulk? Let's find out. In Journey into Mystery number 112, and while watching Thor fighting the Hulk, Odin states that his son fights the most awesome foe, and that he has never seen him close to defeat, cause he has never faced such a powerful opponent before. The statement does not show Thor holding back at all. On the contrary, it proves that Hulk is at least Thor's equal, and that Thor is struggling in fighting him. In Thor number 385 by Stan Lee, and after a fierce fight between Hulk and Thor, in which Stan Lee clearly showed that Hulk is superior to Thor when he fights without his hammer, Hulk left Thor bruised and bleeding, wondering if there is any limit to the Hulk's strength. Does this statement show that Thor was holding back? Absolutely not. It proves again that Hulk is at least Thor's equal, and physically the stronger. In Hulk number 440 by Peter David, Thor decided to fight the Hulk and taps into the warrior madness, stating that he restrained himself in battling the Hulk in the past in order not to lose control, but it will be different this time. Thor states that he wants to kill the Hulk, and this does not show that he is holding back at all. Doc Samson then confirms that he has never seen Thor like this before, and that he is possibly out of control. Peter David states that Hulk sees the berserker rage in Thor's face, which the Asgardians call the warrior madness, and knocks him flying away to save him from the atomic bomb Talbot dropped on them both. Thor was not holding back in this book. He tapped into the warrior madness phase and was out for killing, but ultimately could not defeat the Hulk. In the Immortal Hulk number 46, the Avengers confront the Hulk and try to bring him in. Thor is the first to attack and hits Hulk with some lightning, but Hulk says that Thor came for a rematch. Thor says that Hulk surprised him the first time they met and humbled him, referring to the clash which took place in the Immortal Hulk number 7, where Hulk fractured Thor's skull with a punch. But now he faces the King of Gods, referring to the fact that he now has the Odin force running in his veins. This does not show that Thor is holding back by any means. On the contrary, it shows that he is determined to destroy the Hulk, but it did not end well for the King of Gods, as Hulk almost suffocated him in the end, had not Black Panther intervened and saved his life. We can also refer to their fight in Fear Itself number 5, when Thor fought the power-boosted Hulk known as Null after he wielded the Hammer of the Serpent, where Thor was clearly out for killing and not holding back at all, yelling that Hulk will die. Hulk, however, overpowered Thor, who stated that he can't beat him and never could, then mustered what was left of his power and knocked Hulk into space before collapsing. Hulk then landed in Romania unscratched and rampaged the vampires. Thor's fans claimed that Thor was mocking the Hulk when he said that he could never beat him, but Cates proved them wrong when he stated that Thor barely beat the Hulk in the past. Besides, Thor collapsed after sending Hulk into space, showing that he was consumed and wasn't holding back at all. The third point which proves Cates' inconsistency is the fact that he totally ignored that Hulk also holds back. He just elaborated on how Thor used to hold back in the past when he fought the Hulk, which I just refuted, but never mentioned a word about Hulk holding back too. In The Incredible Hulks number 634, Hulk tells Doctor Strange and Amadeus Cho that he was holding back in his war in New York, referring to the World War event, something Amadeus himself confirmed in Hulk vs. Hercules when Titans collide. Amadeus explains that Hulk was pulling his punches during his World War, looking out for the little people, but in the end, he could have killed them all. In The Incredible Hulk number 110, Amadeus tells the Hulk that he always cares about the innocents, and that although he has fought the army for many times and smashed many tanks and helicopters, he did not kill a single soldier. He also scattered all these heroes without killing any of them. In Hulk number 54, Hulk tells Abomination that if Banner loses control, and if the Hulk comes and stays out, he could easily topple this planet off its foundation. In The Avengers Initiative number 5, Hulk fights Troma, who tries to scare the Hulk by transforming into his most formidable enemies, but Hulk proves he is just fearless. He overpowers Troma and knocks him away, stating that he held back because he wanted him to live and deliver a message, which is Hulk is not afraid of anything. In The Immortal Hulk number 20, Jackie McGee tells the Hulk that Amadeus Cho once said that Banner was always subconsciously working to stop the Hulk from killing anyone, and Hulk said that he heard that before, and that it makes sense. In the Marvel Universe Onslaught number 1, Hulk wanted to get unleashed in order to defeat Onslaught and asked Jean Grey to telepathically turn Banner off to shut down his control side. Although the proof that Hulk always holds back is everywhere, Donny Cates decided to ignore this fact, only talking about how Thor used to hold back when fighting the Hulk, which is not accurate in many cases, as we have just seen. Finally, Cates ignored the fact that Hulk can and did absorb gamma on many occasions, as we saw in the Immortal Hulk's run. The Starship Hulk can insanely heal and regenerate exactly like the Immortal Hulk, so why didn't he absorb the gamma at Thor just like the Immortal Hulk did against many opponents? I hope that Cates will always remember that there are many fans out there who know a lot about comics and can easily embarrass him if he writes inconsistent stories that mess with facts and characters' scales of power and abilities. Kindly share this video as much as you can. Thanks for watching and have a nice one.